Welcome to Mentoring Mondays. It's really great to be with you again at the start of another working week. And today I want to share with you again from 1 Timothy chapter 4, and this time it's verse 12. And this is what it says. Let no one despise your youth, but be an example to the believers in word, in conduct, in love, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. Now, I remember years ago when I was a young leader in my 20s that we had a guest speaker come, and he decided to speak on this verse. And the first thing he said is, you do realize, brethren, that youth is to be despised. And I sat there feeling devastated. But he said, look, the point is that although people have a right to look down on those of you who are young, because you don't know as much as I do, you don't know all of these kind of things. And I was feeling worse and worse by the minute. He said, but you can do something about it. And that's what really impressed me about this verse as he preached on it. You can do something about it. You don't have to be looked down on because you're young. You don't have to be looked down on because you haven't got much experience. You can actually gain experience. You can actually gain wisdom. You can live in a way that shows that your conduct is right, that you're pure, and you can begin to actually rise up above the sort of limitations of what could just be sort of youthful enthusiasm and begin to develop that kind of maturity, that gravitas that speaks beyond your years. And I do believe that it is possible to put wise heads on young shoulders. And I think one of the things that this verse really speaks to me is that here is Paul saying to Timothy, Timothy, look, you can live in a way that means that people will look up to you even though you might be their junior. And that's an incredible thing to say. This isn't about having that arrogant attitude which says, the Bible says you should look up to me. The Bible doesn't say that. It actually says that make sure you're living in such a way that your youth isn't despised, but people look at you and they can say, right, I'm going to respect you. You carry something in your life. There's a maturity there beyond your years. You're speaking with a wisdom I didn't expect. And so we need to just look at these things that are in this verse. Our word, our conduct, our love, our spirit, our faith, our purity. And if we're excelling in those kind of things, we'll be rising up. And one of the things that you do need to realize in this Christian walk is that spiritual maturity has got nothing really to do with age. Of course, it should increase with age, but it doesn't automatically happen. It requires us giving ourselves to these kind of things. So no matter how young you are or how young you are at heart, let's take this seriously and be people that go on to maturity. Thanks for watching. If you've been watching on Facebook, hit the like button. If you've been watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Thanks.